You can't solve your financial problems with the same kind of thinking that caused them. These words will change your reality because poverty can't. So to all my dough chasers, it's time to get this party started now.
I like it.
With your host, Jason White.
Yo, what's up, Dough Chasers? This is your boy, Jason White, and this is another episode of Dough Chaser TV. And today we're talking about something that a lot of people, I think, have a very huge misconception with. And in order to introduce this correctly, peep this out, okay? So we're going to be talking about cash flow. Hey. Let me know who you are, where you're from. We're going to be talking about cash flow. Woo. Oh, yeah, it's going down today. It's going down. All right, let me phase that out. Okay, so we're talking about cash flow. My man, Jason, what's cash flow? Cash flow is the positive available cash that you have in your bank account that flows to the next pay period. All right. So you get your paycheck, you pay your bills, and then the amount that you have left over is your cash flow. All right. Now there's something called negative cash flow, and that's when your expenses exceed your income and your account doesn't look very positive, okay? So it's negative cash flow. And the goal of today's broadcast is to talk to you about the importance of your cash flow and how a lot of people, when they see their cash flow, they jump on it and they end up hurting themselves rather than creating a more stress-free financial picture. Basically, because of your cash flow, you're causing yourself to live paycheck to paycheck, basically, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about three traps that hurt your cash flow, okay? And a lot of people don't actually think about this, but if you can think about this more deeply and see where I'm trying to go with this, you can help your cash flow and continue to soar. If you're not soaring, you can start to soar with your finances, okay? It's very simple. However, this can hurt you. All right, so today we're talking about three traps that can hurt your cash flow. Wow, Jason, come on, get it together. And I started off with the, if anyone is wondering what song that was, that's Ace Hood, Cash Flow featuring Rick Ross and T-Pain. It's a classic, one of my favorites. So let me see who we have in here. We have Muriel, she says she's listening. Lonnie, what's up, man? Lonnie won our poster behind me right here. Lonnie, did you get your poster yet? My Miracle says, I like it. She likes the music. I appreciate that. Kenneth, what's up? Lonnie's from Ohio. Stand up, even though I'm a Michigan fan. Kwame, he said he just joined today. I appreciate that. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you. Kenneth is from Chattanooga, Tennessee, in the house. Stand up. Yes, you got to learn to live below your means. Cash flow is definitely about you acting your wage and living within your means. All right, we got Houston, Texas, stand up. South Florida, Mississippi. Evelyn, how you doing? So we're talking about three traps that hurt your cash flow. I want to thank you all for joining me today. So what's the first trap? The first trap that a lot of people really don't pay attention to is when you get a new expense, okay? Of course, we want you to get expenses that are within your means and allow you to continue to positively cash flow, right? However, a trap that can hurt your cash flow is your particular due date. Yes, your due date for your bill can hurt you, okay? Because if you don't plan it appropriately, you can cause yourself to go in a hole, okay, in a continuous spiral. And I'm going to break it down for you, okay? A lot of people don't think about it this deeply. However, I want to share with you some of the insight that I have when it comes to finances and money management, okay? So you have, let's say that you get paid bi-weekly, Okay, you get paid. Let's say you get paid on the 5th and the 20th. Um, let's just say that's your pay period. Okay. However, from the 5th to the 19th, that time frame, okay, we got the 5th where you get paid, and then to the 19th, before your next pay period, you have $1,500 of expenses. All right, stick with me. And you earn $1,300 a pay period. So you have $1,500 worth of expenses within that pay period, and you only have $1,300 of income hitting your bank account. So what that does is that leaves you in a position of having negative $200 that you cannot pay. Okay? And a lot of times people will have all their bills due within a certain time frame, the beginning of the month. Lonnie said, what happened? Are we having an issue? Are we having an issue? Everything seems good on my side. Let me get a 1 if you can still hear me and see me. Let me get a 1. If you can't hear me or see me, let me get a 2, please. But what we're talking about is your due dates being a trap to your cash flow, okay? So you get paid on the 5th, you earn $1,300. However, the bills that are due within that pay period are $1,500. That means that you still owe $200. And either you have automatic bill pay on your accounts, or you have to manually pay your bills. It doesn't matter, because regardless, it's a trap. And what happens is you have $200 that you still owe. $200 that you still owe. And the trap is because of your due dates being within that particular time frame, it's hurting your cash flow. And the cash flow is the positivity, the positive cash that you have going from pay period to pay period. And when you have your bills within one pay period, and you have more expenses due within that pay period than you actually bring in, you're hurting your cash flow because you can't pay the bill, one, and that's going to cause the second trap, which is late fees. The late fees begin to add up. Or you pay the bill and you end up paying overdraft fees. So basically, you're paying extra funds that you haven't planned for that are eating away at the money that's going into the next pay period. And because you have more expenses due within one pay period than you should, that means that you have negative cash flow. And what you should be doing, okay, is relieving yourself of that first trap by maybe changing your due dates around. And people, I don't know, I think that some people are afraid to call their creditor and say, hey, this bill is due on the 7th. To be honest, that money won't be due. That money won't be available until the 21st. Can I change my due date? Okay, so everybody, I got a 1 so far. Lonnie says sometimes, Lonnie, man, you can hear me, man. All right. So yeah, he said he has a comment. Sometimes it helps to split up your bills, pay half and half on the other payday. The thing is, you can pay half and half on each payday, but if that due date is before you can actually pay the full amount, you're going to suffer late payments. And late payments add up. $5, $10, $15, that adds up. And that's money that you don't have accounted for in your budget, right? The budget is basically your finances planned out to meet your goals. However, what you don't have included in that budget are the late fees and the overdrafts. Where are you going to get that extra $5? Where are you going to get the extra $10, $15, $30 overdraft fee, right? So the first trap is your due dates. You want to switch your due dates around so they can meet within your pay periods, okay? Minja, what is the new number to call while the old number is inoperable? Imagine, give me 1 second and I'll get that number for you. I don't know it by heart just yet, but I can get that number for you. But yeah, the first trap are your pay periods. How many of you never really thought about that? Like, dang, maybe if I just move this bill to this new due date, maybe I won't have any late fees. Maybe this won't overdraft my account. Yes, Lonnie makes a good point. You have to talk to your creditor first and set up that payment plan. You have to communicate, and people aren't communicating. They're just allowing this lifestyle to happen. Okay, that's the first trap. The second trap is the late payments, the overdrafts. These payments that you're paying, they're causing you to eat away at the positive cash flow that can move to the next pay period, right? And a lot of times people are living this tight lifestyle because they're not changing their due dates to meet their pay periods, and they're paying overdraft fees, they're paying late payments. These payments are adding up. I remember there was a time in my life where I was consistently paying all of my bills late, and then one day I looked at my finances. I'm like, dude, I'm paying like $200 a month in late fees. What's going on? But how many of us are actually looking at our expense sheet? How many of us are actually looking at our bank account to compare our bills to what they should be? How many of you are doing that? Give me a 1 if you're doing that. Give me a 2 if you're not. If you're not doing it, step your game up. Let me know. Let me get that feedback. New number. Here's the new number, Imagine. We close tonight at 9 p.m., by the way. Where did it go? Let me get some feedback. Let me get a 1 if you are comparing your bank statement to your true bills, because they will play you. They will play you. Okay, here's the number. Okay, so the second trap is also late fees. Late fees, overdrafts. These add up. If you're not changing your due dates around to meet your pay periods, okay? Now, you can probably do this once or twice a year. Typically, they may prorate the bill, but that's a bullet that you may have to bite once. However, you have to strategize with your finances. I tell my staff all the time, if your doctor makes an appointment for you, put your foot down and say, hey, I got to go to work. I need an appointment that meets my schedule. You have to do that with your creditors. Like, hey, my income won't be there at that time. I need a due date that meets my income. I get paid bi-weekly. I get paid bi-monthly. I get paid once a month. I need my due date to be this date. Whatever penalty I have to pay to make that happen, please help me. I will prorate my bill. I'll pay the extra $50 this one time. I'd rather do that than pay it every month because I'm late. So those of you who put 1, give yourself a pat on the back, because the average person does not do that. If you're watching this and you don't do that, do better. If you're paying late fees because of overdrafts or because of your due dates, if you're paying late fees and overdrafts because of your due dates, contact your creditors. Negotiate. Let them know that this is not meeting your income. This is not meeting your pay date structure. And you need to find another due date that meets that so that you're no longer paying late payments. All right? And then from doing these two things, because you're in this cycle of continuously paying overdrafts and late fees, the third trap is you are making impulsive choices. How many people do we know who survive off of overdraft protection? When they make that decision to go into their overdraft protection, is very impulsive. It's like, dude, man, I didn't change my due date around. This payment is about to come out of my account. Let me just sign up for this overdraft protection. It's only $50. Yeah, that's a new bill. That's $50 that you don't have. Or people who will say, you know what, let me go to the payday loan provider. All I need is an extra $300 this month to pay all my bills, to make sure my bills are paid on time. That's going to set me up. And then they end up paying 35, 36% on that stupid loan. So because you're not structuring your bills correctly, it's resulting in the trap of you paying late payments and overdrafts, which is the trap of you making impulsive decisions. You're making stupid decisions based off of this cycle that you're going through every month. Like, man, why am I always late on this bill? Man, why am I always being charged late fees? Man, why am I always being charged overdrafts? Man, my account is behind $200. Let me take out this payday loan. Now you got another payment that's going to last forever, which is going to put you deeper in the hole, right? And what we got to do is we got to make better decisions. And the first thing that we have to do is structure our bills within our pay period so that we know when we get paid, we get $1,300 income. I got $1,500 worth of, I have $1,500 of bills coming out during this pay period. Okay, I can't afford that. Let me call my cable provider and see if I can move my due date to the 30th of the month, the 20th of the month. Move that bill around, okay, and then plan your finances around it so that you can meet your obligations monthly. But people aren't, having this conversation. Exactly, it's a lifetime of bad decisions. However, it's a lifetime of bad decisions based off of simple mistakes that could be fixed easily by just having that conversation, okay? So if your ego is blocking your success, man, your ego is always going to be there. So just, ignore it one time. Ignore it one day. Like, hey, ego, chill out, man. You're not getting me the results I need real quick. Let me humble myself, pick up this phone, and let them know I need to make a change. Hey, man, this due date isn't working out for me. Clients call us all the time. Like, hey, Jay, I signed up on the 15th, but I get paid on the 20th monthly. Is there any way I can change my due date to that day? Sure, we can do that. We can accommodate that need for you. Right? Especially companies that want you to stick around, they're going to help you out. So those are the three traps that hurt your cash flow. They eat away at the positive cash that you move that flow into each pay period. Okay, and if you're not structuring your bills correctly, you may not have a positive. And because you don't have that positive cash flow, you see yourself living in a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. You repeat the same, the overdrafts, so that we can stop making stupid decisions like getting payday loans or going into our overdraft protection, because that's only making another payment for us, which is not allocated in our budget, which is preventing us from reaching our actual goal. Okay, so in the course I'm working on, the Black Lettuce program, we're addressing, these three traps and sharing more strategies that you can implement. But it's going to help a lot of you increase your paycheck without actually working more. How many of you would like to earn, or not even earn because you already earned it? How many of you would like to get $200 to $500 a month in your paycheck monthly without doing any additional work? I'm going to share that with you. Just be patient with me. I'm going to get that to you. We got the Daily Brew. Jason, can you get on my live stream on Facebook soon? We do Financial Freedom on Tuesdays. Definitely, man. Send me an email. Jason@witnessriches.com. We can definitely talk about that and make that happen. That won't be an issue. I appreciate the invite, by the way. All right. So those are three traps that hurt your cash flow. And really quick, because I know you all, you have to cook. Well, I'm pretty sure you already ate by now. I forgot what time it was. I know you have to put the kids to bed, but what I want to talk about really quick is credit utilization. A lot of our clients, people of our community, they have, they're working on increasing their credit. However, when they are looking to improve their credit utilization is hurting them. And there's levels to the credit utilization. If you are going from 30% to 40%, you're going to see your credit score decrease. If you're going from 10% to 20%, you're going to see your credit score decrease. If you're going from 20% to 30%, you're going to see your credit score decrease, okay? The lower your credit utilization, the better for your credit score. The higher your credit utilization, the worse for your credit score, okay? So if you're going from, 50 to 60% to 40 to 50%, you're going to see your credit score slowly improve. So when you move from those percentage points, whether you're going down or up, if you're going down, of course, your credit score is going to drop. So what I need you to understand is that, yes, 30% is the threshold. We don't want you to go any higher than 30%. But if you play within that ballpark, if you're constantly going up and down within that ballpark, you're going to see your credit score reflect that. It's going to go up and down with you, okay? Because a lot of people feel like their credit scores update monthly. No, the thing is, the credit monitoring system that you have, that updates monthly. They only update that monthly for you. But in reality, your credit score is a reflection of your payment history, and your payment history changes all the time. Fluctuating, you're going to see your credit score fluctuate as well. So if you're one of those people who, my credit score was just up 50 points and now it went down 25, it's because of your credit utilization. Okay? Protect your credit utilization. Lower that. Do not play around with that, because you're going to see your credit score fluctuate because of that inconsistency. All right? Consistently pay that down, and you'll consistently see your credit score improve because so. Now, if you are someone who doesn't believe in revolving accounts, if you don't have any credit cards or any revolving accounts, then you're playing yourself, because credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. And a lot of people could be a lot higher with their credit if they were actually managing credit cards appropriately, if they had one. A lot of people aren't benefiting from credit utilization because they don't believe in it and they refuse to open it. But this is a game. You have to play the game correctly in order to win, and you cannot refuse to participate if you want a great credit score. There's no way to get into the 700 club without a credit card. Facts. All right. So stop playing around with your credit utilization. Stop using your credit card if you're trying to improve it. Until you can increase your limits dramatically and spend $10,000 and it doesn't impact your utilization too much, until you can get to that point, work on lowering your credit utilization so your credit score can improve dramatically. Get you a big boy card, and then you can play with the credit utilization a little bit more. But until you get to that point, stop playing with your credit utilization, okay? If you want to learn more about building your credit, check the link in the description of this video. You can get my book, Credit Builder Secrets, just for $7. Click that link. Excuse me. You can get the ebook for $7, and I'm going to teach you how to boost your credit score up to 200 points. Also in Transcend Financial Academy, I share in our particular courses how to repair and boost your credit. Definitely check that out at witnessriches.com. And if you're someone who is interested in getting our done-for-you credit repair service, definitely check out the 700 Club Credit Repair.com, and we can assist you with that. But I just want to share information that's going to help you financially, whether that's information, whether that's tactics and strategies, or just some inspiration. I want to make sure that you all have the information that you need to transcend financially, okay? So let me see if I got any more information. Muriel said, I use my card, pay it ASAP, my utilization is 0. So what a lot of big dogs do with the credit cards is, there's advantages to using your credit. Using the strategy that Muriel uses, she uses her card, and if you have a reward card, you can actually get paid to use it. I have a card where every time I use it, I earn money. So they're paying me to use my card. And all you have to do is pay it off right away. It won't hurt you unless it reports to the credit bureaus. And if you use the strategy about the statement dates, then you don't have to worry about that, right? But you have to work your way up to that level, right? And if you can't trust yourself with managing your credit utilization appropriately, do not add to your credit card balances. Pay it down first, gain the discipline, and then understand the strategy and implement that into your life and benefit from it. But a lot of you are trying to do everything at once, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day or in a night. I forget what they say, but you know what I mean. Damn it. All right. So hopefully this information is helpful. I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. This was another episode of Dope Chaser TV. Again, my name is Jason White. Make sure if you're interested in working with us, check the links in the description and also the comment of this video. and check out our information. Okay, but you all have a wonderful evening. Again, my name is Jason White. I'm trying to do something sweet. Oh, and I'm out. Good night. Good night. Cash flow. Lonnie, hit us up, man. I'm gonna provide the links real quick. We got 2. Hey, if you don't like rap music, I'm sorry. This is not the channel for you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Again, my name is Jason White. I appreciate you all. I'm out. Peace. Don't play my mind. Don't play about mine. I'm gonna see ya. See ya. Hold up. I'm trying to end it off right. Cash flow. Peace out, y'all.